Hi. Hi, everyone. Dallas Piana here from Coaching Scaling Secrets. It's Wednesday. It's time for our educational training session. So if you're just hopping on, say hi. Love to see who's on. And of course, if you have notified us that you want to be tagged in the recording via the event, we will do that right away, right after the live that I'm doing now. So if you're just hopping on, say hi. So today, next week I'm doing a workshop, and it's geared towards if you're just starting your business online and you don't know where to get started. It gives you some of the fundamental pieces that you need to have in place before you start to build your audience. Okay, so if you're interested in that, just write down below, just say workshop, and we'll get you the registration link so you can go ahead and register and join the pop-up group. Okay, it will not happen in this group next week. It's going to be happening in a pop-up group and also on Zoom. We're also going to have sessions in the afternoon if you want to go deeper with the information I'm giving in the morning. Okay, so you can ask me questions about it. We can go deeper. We can talk about why we're doing what we're doing in more detail, because obviously, workshops, an hour of information, I'm just kind of planting seeds in your head to get you going, right? Okay, so today we're talking about, let me just see what's going on here. We're talking about how to gain authority. Okay, Facebook's your platform. Okay, it could be any platform for that matter, but how do you gain authority? So let's step back and let's look at, what is authority? What does it mean? Okay. When I think of authority, I think of someone in a position of knowledge, of expertise, of someone who knows, who is a leader, right? A teacher is an authority person to students. And that's probably my best definition when we're using it on Facebook. To gain authority is you're showing people you are the teacher, okay? You are credible. You know what you're talking about. You know how to teach a subject matter. You know how to get someone from, like in coaching, from position A to B, right? You know how to move people through and across the bridge to get to the other side, okay? You're an authority. It means you either have done it yourself or you have the knowledge and the expertise to move someone to get them to where they want to go, okay? That's an authority. So how does that translate on Facebook, right? How do you do that on Facebook? Well, you start to teach. How do you teach on Facebook? You start to provide content, post, okay, with information that shows teaching. You're teaching a concept, okay? So look at your repertoire of information that you provide during your coaching session and chunk it down and take one little aspect of your content that someone needs to know and learn to move from where they are to where they want to be, and teach that in Facebook. Okay? That's how you gain credibility. Okay? So, and eventually authority, right? That Dallas knows what she's talking about. That's why my workshops are filled, because people know that I'm teaching credible information, stuff that works. I can get results. I can share my expertise with you so you get results. So you want to create all different types of posts that teaches bits and pieces of your program to show people that you're credible and that you know how to teach and that makes sense to people. Oh, that's what you do. Okay. Don't be afraid to give information away, okay, to teach on Facebook. Because remember, most people are on their phone. 90% of us are on our phone all the time, and we're scrolling when we have some time through Facebook, and it's like, okay, I'm reading a post, it grabs my attention, perhaps the picture grabs my attention. Oh, she's teaching on this. I'm reading it, but may not even be reading the whole thing, but picking up sentence, a word here and there, but you're planting seeds in your ideal clients' minds that you know what you're talking about, that you're credible, that you're an authority, okay? So you want to do that in posts. You want to provide value-based posts. That's what value-based posts are. You're teaching. You're providing tips. You're providing insights, okay, into perhaps why you believe this works rather than that works, okay? Insights are great, okay? Because a lot of people are stuck where they are because they're stuck with a particular mindset, right? Thoughts about how something should be or why they can't get to where they are going. And if you provide insights into a shift that's needed to shift someone, you know, those are great, valuable information people gobble up, all right? Those are other types of posts or lives you can do to your audience, provide to your audience. Another great post of information to provide is talking about mistakes people make so that they don't get the results. What are some of the breakdowns? What are some of the mistakes? Because I'm telling you, basically, our ideal clients have made a ton of mistakes that keeps them spiraling or on that hamster wheel, not getting the result they want. So you can talk about what those mistakes are that keep people stuck and not getting the result they want. Those are valuable as well. And those are kind of like a reader will go, "Oh yeah, I'm there. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. I've been there. That's exactly where I am right now. I'm stuck. I can't get out of this hamster wheel. You know, she knows exactly where I'm at right now." Okay, those types of posts are very valuable and show that you're an authority. Okay? Another way to show authority is by being consistent, showing up every day consistently, right? A teacher comes to the classroom every day. Those students can count on a teacher showing up Monday through Friday. You, to become an authority, you need to show up every day. Okay? You don't have to have long, drawn out posts, but show up every day. Reach out to people in Messenger every day. Either written or use that little microphone. Start reaching out to people, start talking to people. That's consistency. People can start to rely on you, know that you're going to show up every day, right? So that's another way to gain authority in your field, okay? So value posts, insights, tips, mistakes, showing up consistently every day, that shows authority. Also building relationships with people, reaching out to people, tapping them on, like I like to say, we're tapping people on the shoulder, which is really we're in Messenger, drumming up a conversation with people in Messenger. And if you've already signed up for my workshop, I've already probably tapped you on the shoulder over there, started a conversation with you, started to find out more about where you're stuck, where are you in your business, what are you struggling with, where do you want to go, those types of things. I'm starting to build a relationship with you, so it's not like cold marketing, okay? I'm creating a warmth between us. I'm creating a relationship between us, okay? So that you can ask questions of me. You can feel, you can put down your guard, okay? That's what you want as well. Also, using something like social proof is demonstrating authority. You know, if someone writes a testimonial about you, you want to clip those and put those in your Facebook feed or wherever you're at. Okay, you can use them in your workshops, in your conversion events. You want to demonstrate that you can help people get results. So social proof is fantastic for that. And it can come in the way of written testimonials, video testimonials. It could be just reviews of your work, you know, all or live presentations. For instance, I always interview a past client when I'm doing a workshop, after the workshop over the weekend, so people can actually see a client of mine, a former client of mine, where they're at, you know, what happened during the program when they worked with me, what was the transformation, where are they off to now, how have they skyrocket into, you know, where they want to go. Okay, those are great um, uh, elements to use to show you have authority, that you're credible. Okay. So, just to recap, you want to be a teacher. Okay. A teacher is great. I mean, you can be an influencer, you're influencing your crowd, okay, by being the teacher, head of the class, standing up in front of the class. Think of it like that your audience, your members of your group, the people, the friends on your personal page, they're your audience or your students. And by writing every day or going live every day, you're teaching, you're the teacher. Okay? That's how you gain authority. All right? Be consistent, show up every day in one form or another. Okay? Reach out to people, build relationships. Okay? The person who is building the relationship is the leader, is the teacher. Okay? Use your social proof. Use your social proof. And if you don't have social proof, in my program, I show you how to get social proof if you don't have it already. Okay? So you definitely want to be doing that. I hope this is making sense. Who's ever on here? Hi, Carolyn. Say hi below. Where are you calling from? Where are you watching from? How hot is it where you are? We're smack here in the United States, right in the middle of the summer. The hottest time of the year is the end of July, beginning of August, and today is one of those days here in Portland, Oregon. So yeah, if you have any questions about authority, post them below. I'll be definitely looking at the questions below, or private message me in Facebook. That's fine too. Okay. All right, everyone. If you want to be invited to, you want to register for the workshop, just mention workshop below. I'll send you the registration link and we'll get you into the pop-up group. And it's starting next Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There definitely will be recordings for people that can't join live. And yeah, we're going to have a great old time. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Stay cool.